Good morning, guys and gals. This is your host, Joe. Thanking you for coming by another travel vlog of the May Extravaganza 23 on Life with Joseph. We are in Coralville, Iowa. Charlie is in here at Casey's getting it together. You can see I caught the flu at the graduation. Last year, I got COVID at the graduation. So we woke up this morning and I went to one of the grocery, I think it's Hy-Vee behind me, and bought $31 worth of mask, cough drops, and honey cough syrup. So I'm gonna do my best today. We're gonna drive through Iowa and then into Nebraska. We're gonna make one specific stop in Tama, and that's gonna be our first stop, our first big stop, but you never know when we'll stop. So we will certainly see what's, oh, and you're gonna see breakfast after this clip, so we'll see what's next. Here's our morning breakfast in Coralville, Iowa. They do a pretty good job here, so I'm gonna eat. Of course, I had to struggle with the GoPro, disassemble, play around. Never seems to end with this. So we're gonna press on. I'm gonna voice over here that US 6 used to be the longest numbered highway in the country until the 1964 California highway renumbering, where it was shortened from Long Beach to Bishop, California. It is the longest contiguous highway in the United States. US 20 is longer, but it's not US 20 through Yellowstone National Park. So the longest contiguous highway is US 6. Our first stop of the day is in Tama, Iowa. And I'm gonna walk over excuse me, to this in a minute, but we're going to first concentrate on the Lincoln Highway marker, which is this right here. Excuse me. The Lincoln Highway was named on July 1st, 1913, and in 1928 the Boy Scouts did this. All through the country, as a matter of fact. These markers were damn near everywhere. If you've seen some of my clips, I point out, like on Double Canyon Road, where there's still the L painted on the side of the bridge. If I see that, if I remember to, I'll pip it in. Tama's done a pretty nice plaque here and some brickwork. And now I'm gonna walk. Well, first I should probably 360 this. I don't feel well today. I think I got a touch of the flu. Last year I got COVID at the graduation, and this year I think I got the flu. Now last year I didn't test positive for COVID, but I had all the symptoms, so oh well. You know, my brother tries to kill me with the deer, and then he tries to poison me with chemical weapons. I think he's still pissed that I threatened to give him a beatdown about Sammy Hagar. So we're gonna walk over here and hold on a sec. Now when you're coming eastbound on 80 between Verdi and Reno, there's a turnout right there, and there are the only other surviving set of Lincoln Highway bridge rails. But they're not exactly like this one. The ones in Nevada, one says Lincoln and one says Highway on the other side of the road. But here you see Lincoln Highway in two words on both sides of the bridge is the same. Jesus, I'm having a struggle today. So here's the rest of Tama. It's a nice day, a little bit cooler than yesterday. Got some overcast. Now right here, as we come off of US 30 onto the older part of the Lincoln Highway in Marshalltown, Iowa, we're going to drive up a bit, and I'm not going to cut this, but we're going to drive up here on the right is going to be the Marshallville Treehouse. And we drove past it, and then Charlie and I said, hey, why don't we just, turn back and sit? And we turned back around and we drove in, and there's a little RV park type place, and we drove in right here, and we couldn't find the treehouse. It's like it's just not marked, so what the hell? So we pressed on. Our next stop of the day finds us at Freedom Rock in Marshalltown, Iowa. We saw a sign and we had to drive around a little bit, but GPS and Google, and we eventually found it. You see two locals who answered the call of Grateful Nation. Specialist First Class Nisley didn't come home from Iraq, and First Sergeant Glick didn't come home from Western Europe. 1918 for the First Sergeant here. As we walk around, Adam Fletcher, I don't know, or Admiral Fletcher, I assume he's from here, and then Private Phipps, passed in Korea, and Lance Corporal Judge, excuse me, in Vietnam. They all answered the call of Grateful Nation. So anyway, it looks like the state women's girls golf championship tournament is here. I'm not quite sure if it's high school or college, but probably high school. As we see the school bus, so not too many colleges have the yellow no doubt you're in the United States bus. So here's our a lot of these smaller towns have this type of veterans memorial. It's fairly common. Doesn't mean it's not important. You just see them in a lot of small towns. So we'll see what's next.
Bronze, take our pride.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Our next stop of the day, about 3:45 in the afternoon, finds us at Arby's in Lincoln, Nebraska, just off of Interstate 80. My God, you hear how crappy I sound. I got the goddamn flu. I'm sick as shit. I took a big long nap while Charlie drove, and we pretty much detoured off of the Lincoln Highway US 30 and got on Interstate 80 so we could make time. He's a good sport about this today, so here's our there's weather coming. There's weather all over us, but not all around us, but not on us. At least not yet. I'm going to make the closing shot now. You see the weather came and we got a little touch of weather. So we ended up in Kearney, Nebraska, where I went right to sleep. And, well, you'll see that episode in Leaving Tomorrow. So this is the end of today's May Extravaganza 23. This is your host, Joe, as always, hosting Life with Yosef. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you, and we'll see you for the next one.